Okay. Okay, hey guys, this is my second time recording this, which is super annoying, but that's okay. First time I recorded this, my whole titties were out, so that's what I'm trying to cover up this time. So today I'm just doing a video, and I think this is going to be titled High School, or just something along those lines. I'm going to start off by saying about where I started off in high school and where I'm kind of ending in high school. So to give you a bit of a preface, I grew up in, say, like a really nice school district or like a highly rated school district because my parents were together, and when they were moving, deciding where to have kids and whatever, they wanted to put us in like the best school district ever and blah blah blah. So moving on, my parents got divorced, and me, my mom, and my brother moved into a new school district for me to start off middle school and high school. So anyways, I did not have a say or any input or anything like that where I was going, so I was kind of just thrown into a new school district. To tell you where I was starting out for my freshman year of high school, I was in a relationship with this guy. We're going to call this guy Terrell. Shout out to my cousin Logan. So basically, me and Terrell started dating in middle school because I didn't really know anybody, anything like that, and he just happened to be my first serious boyfriend. So starting freshman year, I was still dating him, and my biggest thing starting out high school was just good grades, and to me that is just all A's. My parents kind of just expect that out of me, so that's what I had to get. Terrell. Let's just say Terrell wasn't the best at school or academics or anything like that, and it sucked because it felt like it was literally my job to make him get good grades. I was in kind of a sucky position in this relationship, and it was almost like I was his mom or something like that. I had to tell him what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and it wasn't like I was controlling him. It was more like I was being told so by his family, and even the school would be like,
hey, we're like, good job, Terrell got an A on that test last week, good job, or like, Terrell was going to fail out of math, hey, he's actually not going to because of you.
And it was like, for me at the time, I was probably like in over my head, and I didn't realize it, but I thought it was great. Like, I was like, wow, like, I'm changing somebody. What I realize now is I can't save anyone, I can't change anyone. No one is going to change just because I tell them to, or because I'm like inspiring them to do better. Sadly, I realized this late into the relationship, and we did end up dating for about 3 years. So freshman year, it was mainly just me getting my good grades, starting off high school strong, and everything like that. So I dated this guy all throughout freshman year and 8th grade and everything like that. So for high school wise and how I felt about this high school, it was ass. I hated this high school. So like I was saying, it was kind of a big change for me to go to the school district, and I hated this school so much with a burning passion. And anyone that went to school with me here, which I'm not going to say the name of the school or anything, but you guys, if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. I fucking hated this school. I would come home every day upset, crying, just bitching to my mom about how much I hated this school. At first, she really thought I was just overreacting and stuff like that, and she would just blame me most of the time. As a whole, the school was just surrounded around drugs, fighting, and just like disgusting, toxic stuff to me. And also, if you know me, I'm literally just going to school to learn my shit, take the test on it, pass the test, and move on. That's really it. I'm not there for anything other than that. That just sounded so fucking harsh. Okay, but that's the truth. Moving into sophomore year, I would come home complaining more and more and more. My dad had thrown some like threats to the school because of some of the things that were just happening that were really awful with the school. Also, if you go there and you were my friend, you know that we got a teacher fired. It was our math teacher, and it was just an awful, awful class. The teacher was horrible. Everything that happened in the class, horrible. So yeah, that happened. But moving on to sophomore year, I was still dating Terrell and everything like that, and it was still basically my job to keep his grades up and to keep him not doing drugs and everything like that comes around school. So halfway through sophomore year, or something around there, it's probably around winter time, I really started talking to my parents about online school and trying to convince them to put me into online school and basically just get me out of the school I was currently in. Eventually, after a lot of arguments and like convincing, persuading, and things like that, my parents did end up pulling me from the school. My parents did a lot of talking with the school and everything like that, and they obviously let them know, and everything was legal and right and not illegal. I don't know. We did everything normal, but that's basically what happened, and everybody was just like, where'd Reagan go? I left. That's it. I ended up doing ECOT. If you live in Ohio, you probably know what that is, and you probably are like, what the fuck? Because it did get shut down, or like all this big stuff happened with it. I wasn't there when all this was happening, so I'm not really concerned about it, and I got my credits, and everything went smoothly for me. I give ECOT a thumbs up because I learned what I needed to learn, I took the test that I needed to take, and I went on to transition it back to public school just fine with no issues. If you're really struggling and you really hate the school that you're in, and you're actually having some issues, I'd recommend maybe finding a better K-12 school or something like that online, and maybe talking to your parents about doing that for you. That's basically all I have to say about online school. So with moving to online school, we up and left that city and that school district and everything like that. Me and my boyfriend broke up, all ties were cut off, everything like that. I basically didn't have anything keeping me over there other than a few close girlfriends. So my sophomore summer, moving into junior year, I got re-enrolled into public school and enrolled into the school that I am now currently. I had a few cousins that were going to the school and everything like that, and we knew it was just a good school district, so that is where I am now. I just want to talk about school in general and just some high school things that you all can probably relate to and you all know about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is just being popular or popularity in high school. For me, moving from the other school district I was in to doing online school, it was like a big reality check for me that status, or whatever people are calling it, doesn't matter at all. To me, like I said earlier, school is just about going, learning what you need to learn, and then coming home at the end of the day. Especially now because I have late arrival at my new school. I'm really there for like 5 classes a day, like 5 hours of the day, and then I come home and none of that shit really matters. If that stuff matters to you and you're in school and what matters to you is what friend group you're in or who you're dating, then I feel really fucking sorry for you, and that's just awful, and I really hate people who have that mindset. I'm sure with any high school you go to, all of this stuff comes with it, and to me it just sucks. And the thing that was definitely better with online school, opposed to public school, is just there isn't that set popularity or that set you have to be above someone else, you have to be better than someone else. Basically, there wasn't competition. Going along with popularity, there's a lot of standards, I feel, in public school. It's just what clothes you wear, if you're wearing makeup, whatever color you fucking dye your hair. Just all this stuff matters to people, and I know that there are people who think just like me and that stuff doesn't matter, but that's just going to be there in any high school, and it just fucking sucks. It's just like an expectation that's there for, I'd say mainly girls, but definitely guys too, and it's fucking stupid. Anybody hopefully can agree on that, except for you fucking little group of kids who have your head up your asses and think that your popularity status in high school is the best thing ever. Okay, now I just want to talk about friendships and relationships in general, because I did talk about me and Harold earlier. Basically, with friendships, there's going to be changes. There's going to be changes in your friend group. There's going to be changes when your friends get boyfriends, your friends get girlfriends, and things like that, and people are going to change. To me, after my first relationship, I tried not to take things too seriously, or at least bring it into school as much, because that relationship is probably just high school related, and you're probably not seeing it from a viewpoint other than, oh, I have a boyfriend and I'm in high school. That's it. I'm not talking about relationships in general. I'm talking about when I was younger, freshman and sophomore year, and just like how my mindset has changed on that. Basically, just know and expect fallouts and changes, and you're not going to be friends with the same people you are freshman year versus senior year, at least from my experience, or anyone I've really talked to. Keep in mind that the people that you're hanging around in high school really aren't going to follow into your adult life. Most than likely, you're obviously going to have that few good group of friends or stuff like that that are going to follow with you and you're going to know them forever, which is great, and I'm sure I have people like that too, and I'm really close with a few of my girlfriends that I know I'm obviously going to stay close with. I'm just saying in general, when there's shit talking and rumors and gossiping, basically what I'm trying to say is don't take that stuff so to heart, and just know that just comes along with high school, and it's not really reality or anything like that, or anything that should matter too much. For me, I have to get all A's for my parents to kind of just be okay with that. I'm not really allowed to have C's and below. That's just how it is, and what me and my family have always had worked out, and just what I followed by. Because my brother is already graduated from high school, and I'm kind of just in his footsteps, which also a lot of you can probably relate to, just older siblings, and you kind of just gotta do what they did, to get recognized. I'm not really sure. Kind of sucks. Going along with everything I've been talking about, I just want to say, if you're one of those people who thinks that everything that happens in high school and the situations you're put in high school and the certain problems and the beef and stuff that you have with people, if you think that matters and that, like, that's why you are waking up and going to school and that's what's, like, making you thrive in school, I feel so fucking bad for you, honestly. I feel so bad for you, and that's honestly awful. Like, somebody needs to pull your head out of your ass and you just need to get out of that. I think the main thing that people in high school need to realize is there's a bigger life out there. When you graduate high school, your hand's not going to be held the whole time. You're not going to have a slap on the wrist for doing something. All of us seniors are approaching being 18, and there's going to be real consequences for our actions and things like that. And whether or not you're breaking up with your boyfriend or your boyfriend's popular, your girlfriend's popular, and all this stuff, like, no one fucking cares. That, like, everybody just needs to realize that, like, no one cares. And I'm sure that, like, your aunts and your uncles and your parents are going to be telling you stuff too when you're probably complaining to them about, like, stupid high school shit that just doesn't matter. This has all been pretty harsh and straightforward, but just to say something that I just really love about the school that I'm at, a lot of people bitch about faculty anywhere that you go. They're going to say the teachers suck, they're not good, they're out to get you, blah, blah, blah. I just like to say that the teachers that I do have now are so much better than the teachers at the school that I came from, and I'm really grateful for that, and it's actually been just fine and super easy to get good grades for me. Basically, that's all I have to touch on regarding high school and just my experience, what I went through, and everything like that. It does sound like I have a pretty bad outlook on relationships, but it's not like that. It's more I realize I can't save anyone, and I can't change anyone, and I definitely realized that. Moving on in high school, it's not like I have a bad look on relationships or I'm never going to date anyone again. That's definitely just fine for me, and I'm open for all of that. It's just the situation I was in before specifically. After high school, I'm kind of just going to go with whatever scholarship I hopefully get, if I get one, and I'm going to move on into dentistry school and try and be an orthodontist and have my own practice and my own little place and everything like that. But that's years and years and years away, so right now I'm just focusing on what's in front of me, what's happening, and things like that. I'm grateful for the friends that I do have and the relationships that I do have. I'm also super thankful for being close with my family. And at the end of the day, they are going to be the ones that are there for me, not just the girls who are talking shit behind my back at school. So, yeah. If you guys want to see more sit-down videos or me just talking in videos and stuff like that, then let me know. If you have any questions about what I was talking about and you know me personally, then just, like, DM me or something and I'll tell you. Or if you want any help or advice, which, like, maybe don't. I'm not, like, a professional on anything I've been talking about. Just kind of saying from my point of view and everything that I've experienced. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting has fluctuated throughout the video. It's just because the sun has been setting and stuff like that, and I have my lights on too. To conclude this video, your grades don't define you. The rumors created about you don't define you. Please don't care about your high school reputation based on rumors and shit like that. Try to make your own person. Don't really care so much about what people are thinking and saying about you. Respect yourself, respect adults. And yeah, I don't know. High school doesn't define you. That's it. Remember that. Okay, bye.
Every time I'm in the street, I hear yak, 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 yak.
Man down, where you from?